Okay then, in today's video, we're gonna go over everything that you need to know about HALVANTIC. So with that being said, let's get into it. Starting with the typing line, we are a electric toxic type, which is a very unique typing, but this means that defensively, we are weak to water, mind, and quad weak to earth type moves. And then we resist plants, electric, metal, air, toxic, and brawler type moves, which honestly is quite a lot. And then offensively, we can hit water, plants, metal, air, and brawler for super effective stab damage. Next then, let's talk about the stats. So HALVANTIC has 123 health, 95 energy, 130 melee attack, 71 melee defense, 26 range attack, 60 range defense, and 85 speed lane. So for also HALVANTIC has a really good melee attack stat, so it is going to be hitting like a truck. Its energy is also pretty darn good. It has a lot of energy to actually just spam all of its moves without really having to worry. Its speed stat isn't super fast, but it isn't super slow. It's pretty respectable, especially also if you just give it boots as well. And the bulk, with the generous amount of health, is pretty darn good as well. On to the abilities lens. Starting off with the normal abilities, the first one is going to be aggressive, which every time that you get a KO, your melee attack is increased by 1 stage. The second normal ability is pitch black, which is a brand new ability and is most likely just going to be a signature ability for HALVANTIC's evolution line, but it actually has been repurposed. The name has been used before in the past, and it was actually Eclipse's old beta secret ability, and back then the effect that it had was it just made Eclipse resist light and dark type moves before we gave it Total Eclipse, but now we've actually repurposed the name for Pitch Black to give your dark type moves a 50% power increase. And finally, the secret ability for HALVANTIC is Mystery Toxin, which, yeah, I get, it doesn't sound as fancy as the other two abilities. Aggressive and Pitch Black are pretty darn good in their own right, and Mystery Toxin is kind of a weird one, and it's really only going to be used on like more bulkier HALVANTIC sets, but I think the offensive one is far superior. And then finally onto the moves line, starting with the level up moves for Volpup, we have Gnaw, Static Shock, Stare, Chomp, Poison, Tase, Swat, Venom Chomp, Stretch, and Thunder Chomp. Then we evolve into HALVANTIC at level 29 and get the evolution move, which is a brand new move, a Gnarly Gash. Then we get Slash, Sharpen, Electro Punch, and Baneful Bash. And also, I guess I should have also mentioned as well, Volpup does get Mega Chomp at level 50. HALVANTIC doesn't have this yet because it's at level 52, which right now the level cap is 50. Which, yes, I did mention a brand new move, so let's go over it really fast then. So the evolution move Gnarly Gash is HALVANTIC's new move, most likely going to be a signature move for HALVANTIC. Some things later, like way later down the line, might get it, we'll see. But basically what it is, it's a 90 base power dark type move that's melee, is 50 energy cost, 100% accurate, and has a 10% chance to lower the melee defense of the opponent when you use this move. So basically just like the average typical 90 base power move like Thunder Strike, Fire Breath, that has a 10% chance to do something, and in this case, melee defense drop. So yeah. And for people that are curious, yes, this is actually a slash move, although it doesn't follow the same rules as the other slash moves. Kind of similar to how the Chomps have their own rules, but Aqua Jaws is an alternate version of Chomps that doesn't follow the rules. This is basically just that, but for slashes. And now for the move manuals, which yes, Volpup and HALVANTIC both have the same move manuals, but they have Dodge, Ill Will, Thunder Strike, and Bulk Up. And finally, then onto the rally moves, we have Thunder Crash, Zip Zap, Muck Blast, and Primal Slash. And then really fast before we end off the video, let's go over a couple potential sets people might look into, which I guess I might as well first start with something that I doubt many people are going to try, which is a bulky secret ability set, running Mystery Toxins with a good amount of melee bulk to try and spread status, although unfortunately we don't have any healing options, so I can't really see this being very good. And then for offensive sets, we can run aggressive just to sweep teams once we get a KO, or we could run Pitch Black instead to give our dark type moves a really good damage increase. I think this is actually going to be a pretty commonly used boot user, which if you are going to use it as a boot user, you have Thunder Crash or Electro Punch as your electric stab options. Thunder Crash does hit harder, but it does come with recoil. If you don't like the recoil, Electro Punch is fine, but you're not going to hit as hard, so I would personally just take Thunder Crash. And then for Toxic Stab, you have Baneful Bash. And then for your coverage options, you've got Gnarly Gash, a good dark type move, and Primal Slash, a pretty good ancient type move. We also have Zip Zap to pivot out of the battle to create some momentum, but there's also some support options like Tase to spread around Paralyze or Poison to spread around Poison. And with that being said, that is everything that you need to know about HALVANTIC. So with that being said, I'll see you guys next time.